Hello everyone. Previously we had discussed about what is TypeScript, and we had also discussed about the pros and cons of the TypeScript, right? So also we discussed on how to set up the TypeScript if you are making use of this one, right? VS Code basically. So I had explained that one as well. So also we discussed about the first TypeScript topic, nothing but the type inference. We saw the examples of the variable assignment as well as the function return type. So next, today we'll be discussing about the literal types. So what are literal types? Basically, let's try to understand. Literal types in the TypeScript, basically it allows us to specify exact values a variable can hold. Again, I'm telling, literal types allows us to specify exact values a variable can hold. They can be string literals, numerical literals, or boolean literals, basically restricting variables to the specific values. Again, I'm telling, it's very simple concept. So we are going from the scratch, right? So let's try to understand the literal types in the TypeScript. Basically, literal types allows us to specify exact values a variable can hold, right? They can be string literals, numerical literals, or the boolean literals, restricting variables to specific values, right? First example, let's see very simple example of string literal types, right? So I'll quickly come here. Let me give here type. Let's consider the direction. So I'll just give here up or down. Let me give here down, and left and right. So I'll just consider here left and finally right. Uh, Next, what I'll do, I'll quickly make use of the variable name, this one, move. So I'll just give here move. Let me give here direction. Let me assign this one to up, right? So I hope this is clear. Next, let's log the move here. I'll just come here and I'll quickly give move here. Nothing but if I log the move, we have to get the output up, right? That's what we have assigned this one to move to. So we have to get the output up, right? Let's try running the code. So yeah, you can clearly see here we are getting the output up, right? So what if I come here, what if I give here move equals forward? So here what should happen, basically it has to throw the error, right? Basically it has to throw the output, nothing but type forward is something not assignable to the type direction, something like that. It has to throw the error, right? Let's see. Let's try running the code. So here you can clearly see type forward is not assignable to the type navigation reason. Nothing but the direction, right? So here this one direction. So this one. So now if I try to run, we have to get the output up, right? So I'll quickly explain why this is happening and what we have done here, right? So type direction up, down, left and right, what I have given in the first line, this one, basically I'm speaking of this line. So this basically creates a union of string literal types. It allows only these specific values, right? Either up, down, left or right. Again I'm telling, type direction, this one, up, down, left and right, what I have given here. So this creates a union of string literal types and it allows only these specific values, right? I hope this concept is clear. Next, let move equals direction, what I have assigned here to up. Basically move can only hold one of the allowed literal values. It can hold only one of the this one allowed literal values. Either it can be up, down, left or right, and we have assigned it to up. So while I log here console log of move, I have to get the output up right here. And move equals forward, what I have given here, which through error, if you remember. So I'll just uncomment this one for a second and let me run this one. Just wait for some time. Yeah. So basically, why TypeScript is throwing an error here forward, because it is not a part of direction this one. It is not a part of the direction type, right? As I have said earlier, this one, let move direction here. What I have this one in this line I have said it can hold only one of the allowed literal types, and allowed literal types we have assigned the direction to either up, down, left, or right. So it can be up, down, left, or right. It cannot be forward, right? So that is the reason the TypeScript is throwing the error. So I hope the concept of string literal types are completely clear, right? Next, let's see numerical literal types. Let me delete this one very quickly. Let me come here. So I'll just give here type. Let me consider dice roll. You know the dice, right? They'll be having this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on it, right? So let me quickly come here. I'll just give here 1, 2, 3, and just considering the values 4, 5, 6. Right? This is fine. Next, I'll quickly come here. Let me assign role to this one. What I have considered here, type dice roll, right? I'll just give the dice roll here. Let me assign this one to the 4. And let me quickly log here this one, roll. So here I need to get the output 4 as we have assigned the role to this one dice roll. It can be either one of the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? It should be, it should give the output. We have to get the output 4 here. So similarly to the previous example, what happens? We already know that if I assign a role to 7, something like that, we have to get the error, right? Type 7 is not assignable to the type dice roll, something like that. Yeah, it is not assignable to the type dice roll. Dice roll is what we have considered here. So yeah, so if I try running this one, we are getting the output type 7 is not assignable to the type dice roll, right? So I'll quickly comment this one. So now if I try to run the code, I have to get the output 4. So I'll just come here. Yeah, we are getting the output 4. I'll quickly explain what I have done here. This one, again, it is similar, very similar to the previous example, except that this is number, right? So we are discussing about the numerical literal types, and previously we had discussed about the string literal types. So this line, what I've considered here, this one restricts the role to hold only numbers from 1 to 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this restricts role to hold only the numbers from 1 to 6. I hope this is clear. Next, let roll equals dice roll equals 4, what I have given here, this one, roll, this line. So roll is set to 4, which is valid because we have the numerical value 4 here. So we are setting the roll to the value 4, which is valid, right? So we are getting the output 4 while I log the roll, and while I give the roll 7, here 7 is not present, and which is not valid basically. So TypeScript is throwing the error, right? So I hope the concept of numerical literal types and the string literal types is completely clear. So mainly, I hope the concept of literal types is completely clear. I insist you to try out with a different example so that you understand the concept clearly, right? So this is it for the literal types, right? So next we will be discussing about the union types in TypeScript. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.